Hey guys, and welcome to the show Maraha. Today we're having a look at the all new ASICS CUMULUS 24. First thing to check, sizing US 10 as per usual, absolutely perfect. So any of you guys that would be familiar with the channel would know that the ASICS CUMULUS 23 was a big favourite of mine, and I was really looking forward to get my hands on the 24 to see how it stacked up against the 23. So what's new in the 24? The major change is the addition of the FF Blast under the ball of the foot to add an extra bit of propulsion to the shoe. Other changes I have noticed myself just running in the shoe, seems like there's a little bit more plushness through the heel cup here. The tongue's pretty much still the same, hasn't changed a whole lot in how thick it is. The upper then is more or less the same as well, with a little bit more aeration in it for a little bit more breathability. Now, another big change as well is the drop from heel to toe. So it was 10mm in number 23 and it's 8mm in 24. 8mm for me is the sweet spot. I'm fine with 10, I love 8, I really love 6. But 8 is kind of the sweet spot to keep it in that good place and to get that really nice toe off. The outsole configuration hasn't really changed a whole lot. Now, the strategic placement of the AHAR, the ASICS High Abrasion Rubber, reading into it, it seemed to me like they've changed the compound of some of the rubber. And a big thing to tell you about is the grip. So I put about, at this stage, I've put about 50 miles in this guy. I've ran on all different terrains, different types of workouts. First day I got it, ran home from work, a little over 4 miles, nice. The next day I went out and did my long run. I did about 12 miles on all different types of terrain, nice again. And then the other day I went and tried to do a little bit something faster in it. Let's see what happened there. Okay, so we're here in East Point Business Park, where I've been coming recently to do some mile repeats. Haven't done now for a couple of weeks for one reason or another, but today we're testing out the CUMULUS 24. Now, we've done a short run, we've done a long run. Now we're going to do a faster run in this shoe. See how this FF Blast under the ball of the foot works out for me. The last couple of times I did this, I did it in the Saucony Ride 15, which I really like, especially when I want to run faster. So it'll be interesting to see how the CUMULUS 24 works for me today. Talk to you in a while. First one done. Yeah, starting off, feel that energetic kind of smooth transition, but as the rep went on and I got further into it, it was there alright, but it felt more like it was just protecting me from the impact. I didn't feel that it was giving me an extra bit of bounce or energy going forward. So definitely after one rep, still preferring the Saucony, guys. Second one done. No pop there. Maybe it's just me, not the shoe. So maybe I'm being a bit unfair in regards. I am coming back from my second bout of COVID, but I would have hoped they're a little bit more than what I'm getting. Subsequently, I've done a few more runs in it since, and yesterday when I was running home from work, it rained. And in fairness now, it hasn't rained here for a good few days and it's been very hot. Now, I know some people know from driving cars, when you get those types of conditions, there can be a bit of grit or grime built up on the roads, and you need to be a little bit more careful. Your grip isn't the same under normal circumstances, and that's the only thing I could kind of compare the grip in the shoe. When that little bit of rain fell, I was slipping and sliding. Now, I wasn't going to fall over, but when I was trying to get a bit more traction to maybe speed up, I was finding I wasn't finding that grip that I would have in the previous version. So whatever they've changed now, unless it was just me, but the grip for me is not at the same level in the wet as it was in the previous version where I had zero issues. when we look at value for money, this shoe is still coming in at the €140 mark compared to its competitors that have hit the 150. So good value there. Let's have a little look at the stability in the shoe. So I underpronate. See there, I'm not pronating, so it's keeping me nice and stable. And we look at the right, we get the same result, keeping me nice and stable, not collapsing in. So really happy with that as a long run everyday shoe. No problems at all there. Loads cushion, loads of comfort, loads of quality in this ASICS Cumulus 24. The weight in the shoe, amazingly for me, is more or less exactly the same, coming in just under 300 grams. I'm quite surprised by that, considering the plushness of 24. Um, the reason I fell in love with 23 is because I found it was such a versatile shoe in that it was a very good easy day shoe and a long run shoe, but also had that zip to it as well, that if you wanted to do track sessions or something a bit zippier, faster in it, that it worked really well. Whereas in 24, I found it's they've changed it in a way to make it a bit more comfort orientated. Now they haven't really sacrificed the performance in it by adding in the FF Blast, which is a lighter material than Flight Foam and gives a bit more bounce. So they've been able to not only maintain the cushion and comfort through the midsole, but actually enhance it. But at the same time, by bulking up the heel cup here and putting a bit more cushion and comfort into that, they had to find some other ways of losing a little bit of weight. And you'll find that mainly, I'd say, in the heel cup here, which is not a stout. There's a harder piece of plastic built in to the heel cup in version 23 that's not there in version 24. Now, if you're wearing an orthotic, I'd still be quite happy enough putting an orthotic into this and it working quite well for you. The tongue is ever so slightly slimmer. There's a bit more gel in the heel cup as well. You can actually physically see when you compare the shoes side by side, you can physically see there's more gel in the heel cup. So there's a bit more plushness and protection, especially in the heel area in version 23 compared to version 24. And that's what kills the shoe for me in regards. I'm a midfoot striker, so more bulk in the heel area for me is a less enjoyable experience. Now, I would have liked another 23, but obviously I'm not going to buy another 23 when 24 is on the horizon. So I said I'd hold on for 24. And as I see this shoe going forward for me, I'm looking at a long run shoe for cushion, comfort, and protection. It wouldn't be a shoe I'd use for tempo or speed. Even with the FF Blast in it, it's just a little bit too clunky on my foot. 23 wasn't clunky on my foot. 24 is a little bit clunky on my foot. Even though they've gone to an 8mm drop, that extra bit of material that they've built into the heel area here for me just makes it more of an easy day and a long run shoe. It's taken a little bit away from the versatility of the shoe. Now I can see why ASICS have done it. They're after creating a really good version in version 23 and they're trying to tweak it in a direction to kind of encompass more people. Unfortunately for me, and I'm more or less, I'd say I'm in the minority of runners, well, not the minority, but most people are looking for a shoe that's just comfortable on the foot, just go do their runs and get it over and done with. I prefer a shoe to be a little bit more versatile, that I can use it for more different things. The clunkier a shoe feels on my foot, the less likely I am to run in it, even for easy, slow stuff. Still a really good shoe. My advice would be, if you can get your hands on version 23 at a lower price, I definitely go for version 23 over version 24. Durability wise, now this is the thing that I kind of can't really get my head around, because in version 23, as you can see here, the heel cup in this guy is perfect. It's like it's nearly brand new, and I'm after putting about 400 or 500 miles on this guy. The toe did come through eventually, but that was only in the last couple of runs in it, so it actually held up quite well for an ASICS shoe. But the heel cup being so well intact without hardly a mark on it, because for me, in nearly every pair of shoes I buy, I wear it somewhere on it, and there's not, in either the left or the right, there's not a mark, right? So why they put more in here I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. But they obviously are looking at trying to, like I said, a broader range of people to get into the shoe and increase their sales, obviously. So, in conclusion, a really good shoe from ASICS, still going in the right direction, but not as snappy and fast as version 23, a little bit more comfort orientated. If you're a fan of 23 and you want to stay with ASICS, you're not going to go wrong with going with the 24. But for me, a shoe to follow on from version 23 will be the Saucony Ride 15. That's my shoe of the moment. Thanks very much, guys. I hope you found that helpful. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like, share, and possibly subscribe to support the channel. So thanks very much, guys. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.